Okay, so now we're going to, this is just overview of the project and of each and every word we're going to go over, okay? So I'm going to do this very quickly. I'll read the assignment to you, and then I will read the assignment to you, and I will go over each and every word. Okay, let's try and get this done as quickly as possible. Okay. So, your assignment is out of 100 points. It will count as a project grade. You will be required to create an advertisement for sunglasses using at least 15 of the Unit 7 vocabulary words. You only need to use 15, but you can definitely use more. Those with the most creative ideas will have the opportunity to present their ideas to the class via WebEx for a mock Shark Tank presentation. Shark Tank is a show where people go on and present ideas to and people who are millionaires and billionaires who will possibly invest money. I don't know if we're going to do that, but that's a possibility. It can be just for fun or for if you want to get a few bonus points on your grade. But I don't know if we can do every project, and it's only volunteering. It's not required to do a presentation. Okay? Presentations will be strictly voluntarily and only be done if we have enough time. The easiest way to get an A on this project will be to use all the vocab words in your ad. Using all the words only guarantees an 100% grade if the correct form of the word is used. So if it's an adjective, if I say, let's say gullible, it's like he is a gullible, that wouldn't give you full credit. You'd only get 4 out of 5 points because gullible is an adjective. I could say he is gullible, but not a gullible. Okay, very good. So let's go. You will be graded on your effective use of ethos, logos, pathos in your advertisement. We went over that in another lesson. I'm not going to do that now because we don't have that much time. Do you convince people to do you convince people to trust you and your company? That's ethos. Do you use people's emotions in order to get them to buy your product? That's pathos. Do you use people's Do you use logic and reasoning in order to convince people to buy your product? That would be logos. And finally, you'll be graded on how creative your ideas and how much your ad makes me want to buy the sunglasses. You are allowed to make an advertisement for a brand or style of sunglasses that already exists, and you are allowed to create your own invention and even make your own imaginary company. Okay? To make an advertisement for a brand or style of sunglasses exists. And you know what? I'm going to, instead of putting and, I'll put or. Or you are allowed to, I'll just now make it shorter, or you can. And you know what? I can put a semicolon because this would be 2 complete sentences. So, or you can create your own invention. No, actually no, because the conjunction does it for me. Or you can create your own invention and even make your own imaginary company. Okay, so I made that a little clearer here. If you invent your own company, it is okay for you to present yourself as a rocket scientist or engineer who used to work for NASA in order to give more credibility or any other sort of respectful. It is in order for you to present if you invent you can, it's okay for you, I'm going to rewrite this, you to create a backstory that gives you more, and instead of seeing credibility, what else could I word? Ethos. For example, you could say I'll just say engineer who used to work for NASA. There we go. So I made it a little more clear. That's one thing, a good read to read what you write, because then you can just kind of say, hey, I understand what I'm saying, but now that I read it, it makes a little more sense. It's a little easier to understand when I just change the words around a little bit. Okay? This project will do Friday, May 1st. Okay? And now I'm going to look at the rubric. So 75 points are just using the vocab words. This is most of the because it's a vocab assignment. Okay, so you get basically 5 points for each word you use. I'm not going to go over this simply. I went over that gullible example earlier. You get, if it makes sense, if I said I fooled him because he is a gullible, you'll still get 4 points for that, even though it's not in the correct form. But you would have to say he is gullible, so that would for full credit. But if I said my friend is gullible because he couldn't pass the test. Is the screen still recording? Yeah, it's not recording me, so I'll just put it on full screen. I have to apologize. I thought I fixed all these technical issues, but I didn't. But anyway. Yeah, anyway, so he's a gullible. If I said he's gullible because he failed his test, that would not be good, because gullible means you're easily fooled, not necessarily that you're unintelligent. You could be very smart and gullible, or not very good at tests, but not be gullible. Okay, use of rhetorical devices, ethos, logos, pathos. If you use them or you barely use them, you get not very many points. But if you use one effectively, that's good. And if you use 2 or more, it's going to be even more. Okay, if you use all 3, then that's a great way to get another 15 points. And then creativity and how much I really want to buy them after watching your thing. That's only 10 points altogether, because not everyone's naturally creative, and I can't force you to be creative. I can't. And sometimes they say I can encourage you and help you, but a lot of creativity is you're born with it. And a lot of, not entirely, it is learned, but it is also, and, but the main points, if you use all the vocab words, you're going to get a good grade. This is a vocab assignment. And the creativity is going to help you along too, but vocab is where most of the points are going to come from.